Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ya Rabbi lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamdu bima khalaqtana wa razaqtana wa hadaitana wa farrajta anna. Allahumma lakal hamdu bil Islam wa lakal hamdu bil Iman wa lakal hamdu bil Quran. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا وعملا متقبلا ورزقا طيبا اللهم ثبتنا عند الموت بلا إله إلا الله ربي يسر ولا تؤسر وتمم بالخير اللهم اجعل عملنا كله صالحا واجعله لوجهك خالصا ولا تجعل لأحد فيه شيئا آمين يا رب العالمين. So inshallah we are going to finish Fail Madi today, and in Jumla Failure, what are the components of Jumla Failure? Can someone repeat them?
Fail, file, maful. Mafulun bihi.
Yeah, fail, file, and maful.
Maful,
Because maful bihi is one kind of maful, right?
yeah.
How many different kind of maful do we know?
5.
5.
5, right? So it could be any maful, right? Or it can be multiple mafuls. Okay, so fail is must, obviously, for Jumla failure. Without fail, no Jumla failure, right? In Jumla Ismiya, like without Mubtada, no Jumla Ismiya, right?
Yeah.
So in the same way, without fail, no Jumla failure. But just one fail can have file inside it, and the sentence is all complete, right? For example, if I say Naswara, this is a complete sentence. He helped, right? But then we can have, because the file is inside, but sometimes file can be outside, right? So
Yes.
if I say Nasara Zaidun, now this Zaidun is the file of Nasara, right? So the file can be inside and file can be outside. And then the third component is maful, and then maful can be many different kinds, 5 at least. And maful is basically detail, further detail they are giving, right? And the detail in English we know as who, what, where, when, how, right? Why. All these are basically the words that or the question that give us more detail, right? So we can connect them with the different kinds of mafa'il. So maf'ul bihi, the very first one, very common one, right? So other maf'uls are not very frequent, but maf'ul bihi is very frequent. So we need to know maf'ul bihi really well. And maf'ul bihi is very easy to spot. It is going to give us the answer of who and what. Who did it, or what did he do, right? So basically that is maf'ul bihi. And fail plus attached pronoun, then this attached pronoun is always
Maful bihi.
maf'ul bihi. Simple and easy rule, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes again it's not gonna be always attached to a fail. Sometimes it gonna look different. For example, when we say nasarahum, so this whom is basically our maf'ul bihi. He helped who? He helped them, right? So this whom, them, is the maf'ul bihi. But if I say nasara zaidun khalidan, so now zaidun is telling me that this is my file for nasara, right? And Zaid helped who?
Khalid. Khalid is
Khalid.
maful. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my maful bihi.
Mm.
So you guys need to remember at least one example for each maful, right? For maful bihi, you're gonna remember two examples, one with attached pronoun and the other one is the other example.
Separate.
Whatever makes sense to you, you guys need to memorize them. So it's gonna be inshallah better to whenever it like something happen, like the ayah is in front of you, you are wanna analyze, then that example inshallah would help you. So maful bihi is easy. And then comes maful fihi. Maful fihi going to give us answer of when and where, right? So if I say Ja'ala Allahu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made as-samawati, right? The skies. And then I say fawqahum. Fawqahum. So now fawqahum is telling me the position. Where are the skies?
Where, no?
Right? So this is zarf makan.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right? So then fawqahum is giving me the answer of where. Right? Where are the skies above me? So fawqahum is maful fihi over here. Right? Then third one is maful lahu. Maful lahu, there is no kind of a shortcut for that, right? But you are going to read the context, and the context gonna help you out to know that okay, this is maful lahu. For example, if I say at'amukum, I'm talking to some people and I'm saying I'm feeding you all liwajhillahi, for the
Allah.
sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, so now over here liwajhillah is giving a reason why I'm feeding someone.
Mhm.
Right, so liwajhillahi gonna be maful lahu over here.
Mm.
Then maful mutlaq. Maful mutlaq, it tells how the action happen, right? How the action happen. And sometimes we're gonna find fail and then the masdar out of same fail.
Root letters.
We're gonna, yeah, same root letters or same, but last time we were talking about that even it can
Meanings
match
are
in meaning,
same.
right? So
Ji.
either it can match in root letters or it can match in meaning, right? So darabahu hamidun,
Darban. Darwa.
Hamid hit him very badly,
Mhm.
right? So this is talking about the action. Then we have maful hal, which also this is what we are going to talk about today. It also talk about gonna give an answer of how, but it could be the hal of fail, file, maful, right? There are something called ism file, ism maful, and that is the surf business, and we did not learn about surf yet. So that's why it's gonna be hard for us to go deeper in maful hal, but just we wanna talk very basic about it today, inshallah. Maful hal, we did not do it yet, right?
Oh,
No, no.
Yeah. So the example, if very simple example, kharaja mean
He went.
he went or left. Musa, who? Musa.
Mm.
So now Musa is not telling me, right, that it is Rafa in status over here, right? But the context
Content is
is
telling us.
helping me, right? So Musa, so now over
Musa
here
went.
is basically the file
Ji.
of kharaja over here. So Musa left, and what hal he was in
Oh,
when
I
he
think he
left?
was scared.
Yeah, he was very careful, right? So this is hyphen is basically maful hal over here, which is showing the condition of Musa alayhi salam. Okay, so then this was the homework from last class. How many of you attempted and any question regarding it? Can I show hands? How many people attempted the homework? No one?
I did.
I did
I
it.
submitted it, but I did.
I did.
Okay, good. Okay, so
I
how
did.
many?
I also did.
People don't know how to raise the hand.
I don't know how to raise the hand. So.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah,
I don't know hand.
Okay, that's perfect. Alhamdulillah.
More.
Okay,
Don't.
so any question regarding it? Everything was good?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. For me, it's okay.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, it was okay.
Okay, then we're gonna move on. And now we are going to talk about maf'ul hal. So maf'ul hal tells us how action took place. It describes the state of the doer. Again, it is talking about basically action, like he left. Left is a action, in what condition he left, right? So it talk about action, but actually it is describing the state of a doer or the action, right? It often translates as adverb. For example, angrily, over here we're gonna say fearfully, fearfully, right? Or we can translate as while, right? So he left Minha. Minha is from the town. So he left from the town while he was in the state of fear, right? So he was while he was in fear. Or we can even translate as he was fearful, right? So something like that. But it is not limited to these translation. So according to the need, we can mold our words to make it a better English translation, basically, right? So now the components of hal gonna be two. Hal is basically an ism, right? It is going to be an ism, or it could be one word, it could be a phrase, it could be a sentence, it could be jumla ismiya, it could be jumla failure, it could be basically anything. Hal can be anything. And this hal gonna have another zuhal, which is called another component, which is zuhal. And zuhal mean possess, hal. So who is possessing this hal? For example, when we say kharaja minha khaifan, right? So kharaja is who? Let's say if we are talking about Musa over here, right? So the zuhal is Musa over here, because that is the who is in the fear of khawf? Musa alayhi salam, right? So over here we're gonna say this huwa kharaja. The kharaja has huwa in it. So this khaifan is the hal of this huwa. So that means this huwa is the zuhal. Huwa is the zuhal over here. And then this zuhal and hal, they should match, at least when they are one word, they should match in number and gender, right? So kharaja has huwa in it, right? Khaifan has huwa in it, right? Khaifan is singular. It's not khaifani or khaifuna, right? It is singular. Everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Singular. This is
Yeah. So they are matching in number. Then huwa is mudhakkar.
yeah,
Khaifan
both
is
are
mudhakkar as well. It's not khaifatan,
gender is masculine.
yeah. So both are masculine. So if they are one word, this is important because I said that hal could be even phrase. Hal can be even a sentence. When it is sentence, then we are not going to care about if they are matching in number and gender,
Okay.
right?
Only
So
when they are in singular, like
basically, yes, it is. Yeah. So for example, over here, kharaja minha, now it is making sense over here that the kharaja has huwa in it, right? This is the zuhal and khaifan. But let's say if, for example, sometimes it is a complete sentence, right? like the hal of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wa inna Allaha ghafurur rahim, right? So now the whole sentence is talking about Allah, and this is the hal of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And we need to check that if there was something referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, any pronoun or even any word or maybe any description of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, maybe Rab or Allah or whatever, right? So then we are going to call that this is Zuhal, right? And yes, in that case, it is matching in number and gender, right? So in that way it could, but we are going to worry about like number and gender when it is basically one word. It's easier to see, right? But there is going to be a pronoun. If it is a pronoun, like Zuhal is a pronoun, or even Hal is could be a pronoun, right? So then it is basically, okay, we will see some more example, inshallah, that will make sense. I'm not gonna go that deep because we are not ready for that yet. Now over here, one qalabu mean they returned,
Plural.
right? This is whom in there, right? This is jumla failure, and this is felun madin failuhu,
Whom?
What is telling me that this is whom?
Wow.
Plural.
This wow
Oh,
of,
Jama.
yes, wow of Jama is telling me. So one qalabu, they returned. Now sawirin sorry,
Sorry.
sawir mean the one who is humiliated, sawir, right? This is talking about and they returned belittled. One color. Huh? Oh, okay. The magicians.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now sawirin is has whom in it, right?
But
One
Ustad, this is also, since it's plural, it's also matching in gender and number.
Number, yeah.
Yeah, so sawirin is one word, right?
Yeah.
It is mufrad. The hal is one mufrad word,
Yes.
right? So then it's easy for us to see that yes, it is the zuhal is basically whom over here, right? So they are matching basically in number and gender, right? I didn't put the other example. If I have put the other example with the sentence and the other phrase, then I can explain better what.
Sawirina is used for plural. So it doesn't it give the plural meaning?
Yeah, so
Yeah, because whom is plural.
You said mufrad.
Home is plural.
no, but sawir is one word, mufrad word, right?
Okay, sahir. Okay.
One mufrad word, right? It's not a phrase, it's not a sentence.
Okay. I got
That's
it.
what I mean.
Okay.
Aine, Ina.
Yeah, this is one word, right? I'm
Yeah.
not talking about that this sagir mean this is singular. I'm not talking about singular or plural. I'm talking
Word.
about mufrad word.
Because that's what I understood then. Okay.
Yeah, no, mufrad word, right? So this is mufrad word. It's not a phrase. It's not a fragment. It's not a sentence.
Okay.
So this is one mufrad word. So then in that sense, it's easy for us to see that they are matching in number and gender. Okay.
Basically by a single word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it
And-
could be fragment or a sentence also. No, sister?
No,
Yeah.
she said no. It's just
Yeah.
No, the hal can be a fragment.
Yeah.
The hal can be a sentence, but this is advanced, right? So that's why, and we are not ready for that yet. So
Okay.
that's why I'm not going to go that route. Inshallah, very soon when we are done our serve, then we are coming back to this hal again to dig deeper. But hal can be one mufrid word, right? It can be mufrid. It can be a murakkab
Mm.
or meaning fragment,
Or
right?
So a jumla.
it could be a jumla, and this jumla could be ismiya or fe'liya, any. Okay,
Ji.
and this is I'm talking about hal. And then the zu hal, there is, we are going to have any clue, maybe there is going to be any pronoun or anything, right, which is going to take us back to something before this hal, and we are going to connect it with that okay, this hal is basically for this thing. So then it could be maybe some again mufrid word, right, or even it could be a pronoun, right? So something we are going to find which is hal being connected.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so for example, in here we say for kharaja minha khaifa. Now that was the example with the singular one. Now if I want to make it with the plural one, I can say kharaju minha and then khaifina, right? So I need to have nasab ism in nasab status, and I need to make a plural now. Why? Because kharaju has whom in it, so I need to have like hal is for the plural someone, right? So now kharijina, khaifina is whom over here, and that's why I have kharaju over here. Kharaju minha khaifin.
So
they are-
basically, Ustada, it describes the file
Hmm.
and it should match in number and gender.
And then
Yes, yeah, yeah. Okay, so if that is clear, then we can move on to our next one, which is called mutallik bil fail, right? We know mutallik bil fail, MBF, right?
MBK, MBF.
So now this is very interesting that sometimes MBF is actually a maf'ul. Sometimes MBF is actually a maf'ul. But since there is jar majroor fragment, right? So that's why when it comes to labeling, we are going to call it MBF. But actually, as a grammar student, we should know that this is basically the maf'ul. So now recall that jar majroor within jumla ismiya we label as mutallik bil khabar, right? In
Ji.
jumla failya we call it mutallik bil fail. And mutallik literally mean related to or associated with. And there are many af'al that are associated with haruf. So they are married with haruf. Example, nazara. Nazara mean he looked.
Look.
Yeah, he looked. So which means to look and comes with ila. So we are always going to have ila with it. So if we wanted to say he looked at him, we would say nazara ilayhi. Instead of saying nazarahu, right?
Okay.
So let's say if nazara is not married with the preposition ila, then it's supposed to be nazarahu, and in that sense we're gonna say this who is my mafulun bihi, right? But since it is married with ila, we cannot say nazarahu. We are supposed to say nazara ilayhi.
At him.
So that it'll become MBF then.
Yeah. So it became MBF, but actually it is what maful bihi,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Tricky.
but we are not going to say it maful bihi. Rather, we are going to label it as what?
MBF.
MBF, because we have jar majroor fragment. So, alhamdulillah, that was easy to understand. Then look over here. Nazara ba'duhum ila ba'din. Right? Actually, it should be Nazara ba'duhum ba'dan.
Yeah, ilah it came.
Ila, as it is attached to it.
Yes. So
Yeah.
now ila came, and that's why it becomes ila ba'din.
Badi. Mhm.
So it doesn't have to come right after the fail, right? It can
No.
like ba'duhum, it came in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah,
Okay.
it can be anywhere.
Okay.
Jar majroor or maful bihi, they do not have any restriction that they should be right beside the fail.
Ba'duhum is technically it's also MBF. So
No, ba'duhum is not MBF. Look at it. Ba'du.
ba'du, okay. Okay, okay.
This is file.
The file, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the file of Nazara.
And then whom becomes mafulun bihi.
Yeah.
Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi.
No, whom become what?
Mafulun bihi?
Hello.
No, it's mudaf ilayhi.
Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. No.
So you gonna label
Ba'du is
that-
when it is file.
Yeah, and then they are idafa fragments. So you're gonna make
But
mudaf
make it
something
together
different.
as okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you cannot do mudaf separate from mudaf
Mudaf
ilayhi.
ilayhi.
They will die,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So you need to let them live.
Baduhum.
So
Pura.
Baku together is now file of Nadara.
Another.
The whole thing.
Sorry, Sarah, this bad, I thought it's zarf.
Yeah, it is zarf plus
Yeah,
attached
special
to a
mudaf,
mark.
yeah.
This is idafa fragment, but Badu, why it is Rafa over here?
Because it's filed.
Rafa is giving away that it is
Filed, because
file.
it's filed.
We are not denying.
Outside door.
Yes, we are not denying that this is not a zarf fragment or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, it is zarf fragment, right? But why it is Badu? It could be Bada. It could be Bad.
Oh, as it is file, that's why it is Badu.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when we have Nazara, it's Hua. So obviously we have to look for outside file.
Exactly. Now you got it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the whole thing, Baduhum is the file of Nazara.
Nazara.
And then Ila Badin is our MB.
MB.
F.
But actually it is the Maful,
Yes.
right? This is what we are trying to see over here. Then it says, Summa Sarafakum Anhum. Now with Sarafakum, An would come. They are married together.
Which was
So then he averted all of you away from them,
Mhm.
right? So basically it should be whom is supposed to be maful bihi.
Mhm.
So he diverted to
You
who?
all.
You. So this is also mafulun bihi.
Mhm.
And he diverted you all from what? Away from
Them.
From
them.
them.
Right? So that should also mafulun bihi number 2.
But it will be
From-
called MBF.
Yes, but we are going to label it as MBF because un came.
sister, could you explain again this one?
So Sarafakum. So what is the translation? He averted or diverted. So he diverted you all. Right? So you all is basically mafulun bihi. He diverted who? He diverted you all.
Kum.
And
Yeah.
then he diverted away. He diverted you all from what?
From them.
Away from them, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So this is also maful bihi basically. Number 2.
From.
But since Sarafa is attached to preposition an,
Mhm.
they are always going to be
Together.
together. Whenever Sarafa fail come, an need to be there.
Mhm.
They are married together. So that's why an whom is, we're going to label it as MBF. but actually we know that this is maf'ulun bihi number 2 basically. Right?
No, then he diverted you all from them.
Make sense to everyone?
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Okay, then we have some examples over here. So let's do them together.
Sister, the anhum to pura is the second mafulun bihi, isn't it? And
I'm saying that if, let's say we don't have an over here.
okay, or then
Right.
whom?
So this whom is what?
This is
Maf'ulun bihi.
mafulun bihi.
Maf'ulun bihi.
Maf'ulun bihi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but because an came, right? So that's why it is basically MBF.
MBF.
Okay.
Okay, now another thing about Jumla failure, let's go to that first and then we can come back to our exercise. So fail Madi, we need to remember that basically it is one-time act. Fail Mudaria, soon we are going to talk about. When it comes to fail Mudaria, it has istamrar in it. Istamrar means continuity. Right? So it could be multiple action happen multiple times. But fail Madi, only one time action happen once. One thing about fail Madi. Secondly, sometimes used to show certainty of the act. So fail Madi can be used when we are very 100% sure about the act, then fail Madi should have been used. And we have so many examples in Quran Pak, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Iza waqa'atil waqi'ah. Right? So this waqi'ah is day of judgment. Right? So when day of judgment occurred, this is Madi. Right? So, and Iza takes a mean, Iza is making it future basically. But we see that there is fail Madi used over here for the future event. Right? So fail, when something bound to happen, there is no escape from it. Right? We will see in Quran Pak that Madi is being used. So fail Madi, we are going to remember that act is once, one thing. Secondly, it shows the certainty. When there is something bound to happen, fail Madi would be used. Third thing, fail Madi could be used for dua or curse even. For example, we say, Jazakallahu khairan kaseera. So jaza, what kind of word is jaza?
Madi.
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 Yeah.
Right? But we are saying, may Allah give you jaza, the best, and a lot in abundance. Right? So this is for fail Madi has been used for dua. And in Quran Pak, we will see that it is also used for baddua. Right? Kutilal insanu ma akfarahu. So may insan get perished. Right? Kutila over here mean he get destroyed. Ma akfarahu. How ungrateful he is. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these are the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, there is a curse over here to those who are ungrateful. Kutila al-insanu ma akfarahu. Or in Surat Munafiqun, it says, humul aduwu, talking about munafiqeen over here, that they are enemy. They are enemy of Islam, right? And then it says qatala. What kind of fail is qatala?
Fil Madi.
Fail madi.
Qatala.
Yeah, and it's not qatala, it's qatala. With
Okay.
alif. For example, we have the verb jahada.
Yeah.
He
Ismail.
struggled,
Yeah.
right? Same is qatala.
Hmm.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Madi over here is the curse over here.
Mm.
Right? So may Allah perish them, may Allah destroy them. Right? So this fail Madi can be used for curse. Then it says in Surat Lahab, right? We say Tabbat yada abi lahab, lahabin wa tab. So Tabbat is fail Madi.
Mm.
So may Allah perish both hands of Abi Lahab
Abu Lahab, yeah.
and perish him. Right?
Hmm.
So this is a curse. So we need to remember that fail Madi can be used for all these things. Okay, so now qatalahumullahu we find over here. Right? So may Allah kill them, perish them, destroy them. So qatala failun madin, failuhu
Huwa.
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 Hum.
So if it is huwa, we can look for outside word.
Outside door.
So Allahu is
Allah.
Allahu. The word Allah is the lafzul jalala is the outside doer.
Mhm.
So qatala failun madin,
Fa'iluhu huwa.
And whom is
Hum is mafulun bihi.
mafulun bihi.
Mafulun bihi.
And
Yeah.
Allahu is word Allahu is the file.
yes.
Yeah.
And whom is mafulun bihi. Right?
Hmm.
Okay, then we have the next one. Qatala Dawudu Jaluta.
Can I?
Qatala
Hmm.
fa'il Madi.
Hmm.
Dawood
Balu huwa.
is fa'il and Jaluta is mafulun bihi.
Very good. So Dawudu is the outside doer for Qatala,
Qatala.
right? And Jaluta is the maful.
Mafulun bihi.
Yeah. So Dawood alayhi salam killed Jalut.
Jalut.
Okay, then we have Faja'alnahum salafan wa masalan lil akhirin.
Madi nahanu.
Can I, teacher?
Mhm.
Fa harfe ataf. Ja'alna fi'li mazi fa'lau nahanu. Hum mafuli bihi. Salafan wa masalan. Mafuli bihi. इसमें मंसूब लिल आखिरीना आखिरीना MBF लाम हरफ जर और आखिरीना इसमें मंसूब इसमें मजरूर MBF.
Very good. Barakallah fiki. So Faja'alnahum, right? So na is file over here. We made them. This whom is mafulun bihi, right? This is mafulun bihi number 1 because some afal they take more than one maful bihi. So we made them. Salafan is the second mafulun bihi, right? And salafan mean precedent. So we made them precedent, like nishane ibrat we say, right? Nikalan wa masalan and example. So this is mawtufun ala to salafan, right? Lil
So it will be
akhirin.
like number 1, sorry, number 2, salafan and masalan is number 3, or just salafan wa
Mutufala,
masalan together?
Mawtufun ala. We
Mutufala.
don't say number
So
3.
it's together, just okay.
Yeah. So the whole thing, masala lil akhirin, is the mawtufun ala to salafan,
True.
right? And then we can further break down. Lil akhirin is basically MB.
Yes.
Example for, so example for lil akhirin. So this is
Will
lil
come after.
akhirin is related to masalan basically,
Mhm.
and masalan is not fail, right? Masalan is
Noun. Yeah, ism.
Listen, yeah.
ism. So it is related to ism,
Mhm.
right? So in that case, we're gonna say,
Though it will be in micro then it will be, yeah.
so in that case, we're gonna say that lil akhirin is related to masalan,
Mhm.
and masalan is mafulun bihi, right?
Yeah.
So this
Can
is
it
what
be
we're
a
gonna,
sifa? Can it be a
Matuf
sifa? Jar majroor and masalan is nakra.
yeah, it can be, yeah. It can be, yeah, you are right. So, but we did not talk about to these people yet about that complex sifa, right? But for advanced, yes, we can say, okay, what she is saying, that whenever we have isam nakira, right? Masalan is isam nakira.
Al-Akir.
Isam.
Lil-Akirina, yeah.
Yes, common ism followed by jar majroor fragment.
Mhm.
You can look at it, sometimes it can be sifa of that ism.
Mhm.
When
So it is describing basically masalan. So they are example for who, further giving description for akhirin, right? So this is little advanced. So inshallah, soon we are going to talk more about it.
What is the meaning of a salafan? Salafan
Salafan precedent.
or president?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then, yeah.
इस सलफन ये हाल बता रहे हैं तो बनाया हमने उनको पिछले
Yeah, it could be hal as well, but ja'ala is a fail, right? And it need sometimes, but most of the time two maful. So first of all, we're gonna take care of mafail first, right? So that's why we can
it is also a maful हाल
no maful bihi, they need maful bihi, two of them, ja'ala, khalaqa, right? So there are some afal which need two mafulun bihi.
the total
So
translation is sisters, so we made them Salafa, Masala,
salafan is precedent, example.
all them precedent.
Yeah. So I saw, I think I was when I checking the grammar, sorry, the Arab book, and all of them mostly were giving it as a mafulun bihi. Right? So no one said that this is a hal, but it is making sense if we say hal as well. But I couldn't find anything in Arab books. We can double check. But to keep it just simple and easy, we can think that jala need two of hals.
Two of all.
Two
So that
mafulun bihi basically, not any maful, two mafulun bihi. Right?
first we have to rule out if it is maful bihi, then think about other
Yeah,
things.
yeah, exactly. Okay, then next one, wa'adakum wa'adal haqqi wa'adtukum fa'akhlaftukum. This is shaitan talking. So wa'adakum. Someone wanna give it a try? Sister Ifat, you can give it a try. Ifat.
I'm trying to figure it out myself right now.
Hmm.
Okay. وعدكم وعد الحق وعدتكم فأخلفتكم.
Hmm.
Okay. وعد is فعل ماضي
Hmm.
and kum is
No, failuhu.
فاعله هو, sorry.
Yeah.
فاعله هو
Hmm.
and kum is مفعول به.
Hmm.
وعد الحق is وعد الحق is إضافة fragment.
Hmm.
And it is going to be then haqqi is in jar status, so it is going to be it is not maf'ulun bihi then, right? It is MBF.
No, you said idafa fragment, right? For
Uh-huh.
idafa fragment, we need to check the status of
Fatha, okay.
mudaf.
Okay, then it is going to be maf'ulun bihi then?
Okay. Do you see
مفعول مطلق.
anything wa'ada and wa'ada? Sisters, when
مفعول
somebody is
Wa'ada.
doing it, let them think about it, please.
Wa'ada is fail, but wa'ada is, I think it is not ism?
It is masdar, right?
Yeah, master, okay. Wa'ada, okay.
So if we are having fail and the same masdar sharing the root letter same or meaning same, right? So what is that called?
مطلق مفعول مطلق
Let her speak.
Yeah, maf'ul mutlaq.
مطلق
Yeah.
Right? So this is very easy, easy maf'ul mutlaq over here.
Yeah.
Because they are sharing the root letters.
The root letters.
Yeah, so wa'ad al-haqi is maf'ul mutlaq over here.
Maf'ul mutlaq, okay. And wa'wa'atukum, wa'wa'atu is giving us that it is file. And
File is what?
file of
No, but file.
ana.
Yes,
ana.
file ana. Filuhu ana,
Filuhu
yes.
And kum is again another maf'ulun bihi. And فأخلفت fa is harfu ataf, akhlaftu, and then again it is another file.
Yeah.
Yeah, akhlaftu is fi'lun
Ana,
madi, filuhu ana.
Filuhu ana, and then kum is again maf'ulun bihi.
Yeah, see, you can do it, right? So we always break them into chunks, and that becomes so easy. So never gabrified, right? With that stuff when you see something.
It's the starting of the thing, so it just sometimes it's just like conscious that we might do wrong or what.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. We are
Yeah,
all learning. So now, wa'atukum, the whole sentence, we're gonna say matufun ala
to
previous sentence, right?
wa'adakum wa'dal haqi. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's saying that wa'ada and this huwa is referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
He's
Right?
one. Yes.
Yeah. So he's saying that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promise, his promise is full of truth, right? But wa'adtukum, I promise. He himself is saying, I promise you all, but then what I do? Fa'akhlaftukum. But then I go against my Subhanallah. If we have eyes, if we have a little bit sense, we can see what he is saying himself.
Yeah.
Right? So how we are trusting on him, why we are following him, Subhanallah.
I have a little bit clarification I want to. Regarding the previous sentence.
Which one?
فَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ سَلَفًا. So like I think Rishma maybe was someone was telling the Salafan Hal, right? So if it is Hal, then it's not matching, fulfilling the criteria, because Hal and Zuhal has to match with the number and gender.
Yeah.
In Ja'alnahum, we cannot find any Zuhal.
Yeah, we have Nahnu over here.
Yeah,
we have either Nahnu, which is plural, and we have whom, which is plural.
He's basically talking about whom. So it cannot, whom cannot be the Zuhal of the Salafan, right?
It's we made them, right?
Yeah.
We made them Salafan, right? Yeah. So yeah, you are right. Yeah, it's not making sense over here in that way either, right? Okay, Jazakallah. Yeah.
Can I try?
Next one, Arsalna.
I'm trying. Okay, let me see. Arsalna Musa bi ayatina. Arsalna, na is the file.
No,
sorry, so file. File nahnu.
Yeah.
The translation, and the Musa is maf'ulun bihi,
Yes.
and biayatina is MBF.
Good.
Yes, and the translation would be, we send Musa with our signs.
Very good. Very good. And biayatina, how many fragments going?
Jar majroor, and then ayatina is jar majroor, and then mudaf alayh fragment.
Yeah.
2 fragments.
Two fragments, yeah.
Yeah. So jar majroor fragment
And idafa fragment, yeah.
Very good. MashaAllah. Barakallah fiki. Okay. The last one. فَأَخَذَهُمُ azabu yawmi zullah.
May I
Can I
start?
try?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Who,
sister,
me?
you can go ahead. That's fine. I did it already.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
فَأَخَذَهُمْ عَذَابُ يَوْمَ الظُّلُمَاتِ.
Yawm zullah.
Okay, sorry. يَوْمَ الظُّلَّةِ.
Yawm zullah. Sorry.
يَوْمَ الظُّلَّةِ. Okay. فَأَخَذَهُمْ. So فَأَخَذَ, that would be fell, and doer is huwa here, and hum is maf'ul bihi. And since it's a huwa, we cannot look at for outside door. Azabu will be the outside door here because it's a rafa. Yomin al-zulamati.
Yawm zullah.
Sorry, I'll
Yawm.
say zulamati. Yom al-zulna. Yom al-zulna.
Yeah. Okay. So is azabu and yawmi zullah, they are related to each other?
Look like, yeah, because azabu is a light. Yom is that would be like a idafa fragment.
So that means the whole thing is
Together.
Okay, the all thing will be attached there. So that would be the outside door.
Yeah, so they are the file of akhadha basically.
Yeah.
Because azabu is mudaf, yawmi is mudaf ilayhi, and then yawmi again is mudaf, and
Zullati
az-zullati
mudaf.
Zullati mudaf ilayhi. Yeah. So
Pura
chain
is
of mudaf.
Pura is file, no?
yeah, so the whole thing is the file of
Akhazahum.
yeah.
Akhazahum.
So zulla mean canopy.
Canopy?
Yeah, zulla mean canopy. And subhanallah, it's not canopy that in a good sense. Basically, it is where a nation of Shuaib al-Islam was being punished. So they have basically the dark cloud covering them, right, with heat and ice. So this canopy was basically heat and fire. Right? Where Zulla means shade.
Sorry, what?
Zulla means shade.
Shade.
Okay.
But what kind of shade it was? Shade of heat
Shade
and
of fire.
Yeah. So this is what referring to punishment of a nation of Hazrat Shuaib al-Islam. Okay, so subhanallah, time fly. We have only 5 minutes. Abnormal sentence structure. So remember in Jumla Ismiya, we're talking about an abnormal sentence structure, right? So in Jumla Failya, obviously there can be abnormal sentence structure as well. So the standard order of Jumla Failya is the fail followed by a file, right? Fail is always going to be the first one. Then file could be inside or outside, and then there is supposed to be maf'ul if we more detail needed. Now recall that one of the rule of the file is that it must come after the fail. This holds true even when it comes to abnormal sentence structure. So only the position of maf'ul bihi or mutalik bil fail can be shifted. So the file, if file is outside, then it is going to come after the fail always, right? But the thing is that when we are going to look at it as an abnormal sentence structure, we need to basically look at the position of maf'ul bihi or mutalliq bil fi'l. The example is, as for the maf'ul bihi, it is flexible in its position and it is not considered abnormal as it is shifted. Okay, so we need to make note of this as well. For maf'ul fihi, it doesn't matter where it is, in the beginning or before fail or after the fail, because it is not going to consider abnormal. This shift is not going to be considered as abnormal when it is maf'ulun fihi. So now look at the maf'ulun fihi bihi example, sorry. Alallahi tawakkalna. So now tawakkalna is our fail file, right? But alallahi, which is related to this fail, mutalliq bil fail, that is muqaddam, right? So when that happen, this is gonna call as abnormal sentence structure. So we're gonna say we have relied only. So the word only is coming. Why only is coming? Because our mutalliq bil fail is muqaddam. That's why. So this is the example of abnormal sentence structure. Attached pronoun. When it comes to attached pronoun, it is normal for the attached maf'ul bihi to come before the fa'il. Right? This is many examples. For example, qatala humullah. Now qatala is our fail. The fa'il is the word Allah. And this maf'ul bihi come before the fa'il.
Yeah.
So in that case, we're not gonna say since maf'ul bihi is before the fa'il, then this is abnormal sentence structure. Rather, it is normal. It is normal sentence structure. So maf'ul bihi as a pronoun coming before the fa'il is not going to be considered abnormal.
Okay. Okay.
Because this attached pronoun need to attach to someone, something, right? So we cannot keep it separate. I cannot say qatala, qatallahu, right? I can bring the file first and then I can say whom over here. This is attached pronoun. It need to attach to something. It's not independent pronoun.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why it is going to attach with the fail. Right?
Yes.
And that is going to be considered normal sentence structure. Now, complex sentence structure. Having a sentence as a khabar. Now, recall that Jumla Ismiya can act as a khabar. Jumla Ismiya can act as a khabar. Likewise, in Jumla Fi'liya can also act as a khabar. So it can act as a khabar in Jumla Fi'liya as well. And when this occurs, the entire sentence is labeled as khabar. So look at the example. We say, in Quran Pak it says, Inna fatahna laka fatha mubina. Right? Inna harfu nasab plus ismuha. Together this is mubtada. Right?
Yeah.
This mubtada need a khabar. Where is the khabar? The whole Jumla Fi'liya is the khabar of this inna. It should be only if we just say fatahna laka fatha mubina. Right?
Yeah.
It's a complete Jumla Fi'liya. But since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting emphasis over here, clearing out any doubts, right? Inna came, it making it more emphatic. So now when inna came in the picture, obviously then that's gonna happen that inna plus its ism is the mubtada, and then the whole Jumla Fi'liya is the khabar of inna. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, inside this khabar, we have a complete jumla failure. On a sentence level, the word fatahna served as a fail, and na is the file, right?
Yeah.
And the fragment laka is mutalik bil fail, and fatha mubina is maful mutlaq. So we can further break this down because our khabar is not one word, it is a complete sentence, right? So we are going to further break it down, and then fatahna, fail, and then masdar fathan, right? So it is a easy clue that this is our, maful mutlaq, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fatahna is maful mutlaq.
And mubinan is the sifa of it. So basically then this whole sifa mawsuf is the maful mutlaq for fatahna. Right? Make sense?
Yeah.
So, sister, here we can use fi mehle rafa for the khabar.
No, we're gonna call for the whole sentence. Yeah, not only fatah mubin. Are you talking about the whole sentence?
No, the whole sentence.
Yeah,
jumla
exactly.
failure will
Yeah.
coming as the khabar of inna fi mehle rafa.
Yeah. So when we have something like that, right? So we know that khabar of inna should be what status?
Khabar of inna nasab.
Nasab.
Inna Allaha.
Nasab.
Always remember that ayah. Inna Allaha Ghafurur Rahim. Now you tell me, what should be the khabar of inna?
Rafa.
Rafa. Ism of inna.
Ism
of inna is
nasab.
supposed to be nasab.
Inna Allaha nasab.
Yes. So that's why, since this jumla failure is not going to show a status, right? So we're gonna say fi mahalli rafa khabarina, because khabarina is supposed to be rafa. So you can use this term.
Jumla failure fi mahalli rafa
Khabarina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when the khabar is jumla failure, the pronoun inside the fail must match with the mubtada. Right? Now we need to look. Inna has nahnu in it, right? Inna, the ism of inna is nahnu. In jumla failure, which we are taking as a khabar of inna, does it has nahnu in it?
No, inna is inside here.
No?
Inna, we
Yeah, there is a
here inside inna.
Inna has nahnu in it.
Yeah.
Now we need to have a pronoun, same pronoun, when we are saying that, okay, this is my mubtada and this is my khabar, right?
Yeah.
So mubtada and khabar basically should match in number and gender even.
Gender, yeah.
Number and gender, right?
Yeah.
So since now we are looking at khabar as a jumla failure, right? So this one khabar is jumla failure, and my mubtada has pronoun nahnu in it, right? So basically I'm going to double check to make sure that, okay, is that the khabar of inna? I need to double check that, okay, my mubtada has nahnu in it. Does khabar creating having any nahnu?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it has
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have fatahna over here.
Fatahna has nahnu.
So that means, yes, this jumla failure is perfect for being khabar of inna.
Fatahna.
Yeah.
Right, so this is how we are going to double check. Now, consider the sentence Al-Muslimuna Nasaru. What kind of sentence is it?
Jumla ismiya.
Jumla ismiya.
Jumla ismiya. Al-Muslimuna is what kind of ism?
Proper.
Proper, plural, right? and it has whom in it, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Nasaru, this is my mubtada. Al-Muslimuna is my mubtada.
Yeah. And that's
Right?
fail.
What is Nasaru? Nasaru is the khabar of
Oh,
Al-Muslimuna.
That is
And
And now we
plural.
need to double check.
inside it.
We need to double check, right? What we are going to double check, are they pronoun matching?
Plural, both are plural or
Both.
gender.
So Nasaru has
has
whom in it,
home in it. Yeah.
right? So they are matching.
Sister, number and gender. No?
Yeah, both in number and gender. Yeah. Al-Muslimuna is muzakkar and Nasaru is also muzakkar. Now, in drill, you are going to make, it says, convert the following jumla fe'liya into jumla ismiya. And then remember to match the mubtada with the khabar. The first one is done. Nasara al-Muslimuna. So this is jumla fe'liya.
Yeah.
Right? So al-Muslimuna is the file of Nasara. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we need to convert into jumla ismiya. So what I can do, I can say al-Muslimuna. So now al-Muslimuna is whom. So now I need to bring a fail which has whom in it. Whom sika. So al-Muslimuna nasaru.
Nasaru.
Right? So this is how you are going to do this homework.
Inshallah.
Okay, then I think this code thingy we need to do next class because we don't have time right now. So homework should be okay. Homework is over here as well. So these 3 slides are the homework, and inshallah I'm going to share it with you.
Okay.
Guys, and it says that in this homework, what you're gonna do, write the file in the blue and mafulun bihi. So basically you can underline or you can just label it. Okay, so you need to find fail, file, maful bihi, and then vocalize the last letter in both of them, because you see that haraka are not given over here. How you gonna do it? Kasara means he broke. He broke at-tifl and al-kalam.
Kalamu, I think. Kalam, file.
So which
الطفل والقلم. القلم.
at-tiflu al-qalam.
القلم.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the file, right? And this is
And
the
this is
maful.
Mafulun
mafulun
bihi.
bihi.
Yeah.
Kasara is the fail.
Right. So you are going to
Kasarat,
give them haraka.
Amatu.
You are going to translate as well. Haraka, translation, and labeling. 3 things. Okay. Haraka, translation,
And labeling.
and label. So these 3 things you guys are going to do with these 10 sentences. Then over here it says
Each of the following nominal sentence.
This is also.
Sentence as
yeah,
jumla.
the same idea that we were
It's
doing the last.
Jumlatul Ismiya, but you have to translate, I mean, return into Jumlatul Failure.
Yeah. So over there was jumla failure. We are turning into
Jumla ismiya.
ismiya, right?
Yeah.
So this is failure turning into ismiya. Now over here you are going to turning jumla ismiya into failure.
Into failure.
Okay.
Okay. So and you need to make sure that you are matching in number and gender. Mubtada khabar are matching in number and gender, file, maful, whatever you are doing, right? So make sure that. Okay, with that, inshallah, we can end. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quranil Hakim wa nafani wa iyyakum bi ayati wa zikril hakim. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifuna wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Jazakallah.
Wa iyyaki.
Khairan kaseeran.
Jazakallahu khairan kaseeran.
Wa iyyaki. Inshallah, see you guys next class. And I was thinking that maybe we would be able to finish today because we need to start Fi'l Mudari soon, right? Inshallah, next one more class, and then we are going to talk about Fi'l Mudari.
No holidays in December, I guess.
No, I will give you holidays, no worries.
No, because I'm traveling in
Okay.
next week.
Yeah, soon I'm gonna announce, inshallah. You go
Inshallah.
yeah.
But
I wanna miss
the
that
next
thing.
class, sister. Next class will be there, no?
So did you turn off the recording?
Did I?
No,
I didn't
I
hear.
don't